when you know who you're talking to on YouTube, the creator who understands the viewer best wins. You got to just press record.
Dreadlocks is like what I talk about mostly. I do like interviews. I have a show called Dreadlock Talk, which is like a podcast. And, I kind of want to start implementing my other interests into my videos. And I don't want to just stick myself in that box of just my hair.
If 12 months from now, you reached your ideal destination with what your YouTube channel is doing, with maybe where you're working, how you're spending your time, where money's coming from, what is your ideal end result?
Have products that I sell through, and I can use my content as a way to, have my followers or, supporters get to those products, whether it be merch or ebooks, anything like that.
I mean, you're doing a ton of things right. You got the growth, you're tapping into a niche. There's people loving it. There's people connecting with you. There's growth happening on the channel. Why haven't you posted in the last couple of weeks?
So I've been heavy on TikTok lately, and I've gotten over 11,000 followers in like 2 weeks. So yeah, so I've been on that. But my next video is scheduled to post tomorrow.
And are you juggling a day job right now?
Currently, just Uber right now. I play for the Harlem Globetrotters, and we're heading back on tour and around. Well, we're training camp is July, so we just got that call today.
So Uber, Harlem Globetrotters, and then building up that social. To me, I think kind of some final thoughts. The channel is your personal brand name. And I think you want to stay true and ride the momentum of what's working for you. But I would experiment. I think where a lot of times I would recommend people do a niche channel. And it's like, this is a channel about locks. This is a channel about dreads. And in my opinion, it's not. I think in your case, and getting to talk to you, it's a channel about you. And that's a large part of what you're doing. I would also maybe say 80% of your content, like 8 out of 10 uploads, maybe 6 out of 10 uploads stay tried and true to what's helping you kind of grow. But then you sort of experiment with 2 to 4 uploads, and you maybe tie them all together, because even just from talking, you've seen the thumbnails. I see the opportunity for you to be a proper influencer. TikTok's going well, entertainment tying into this kind of iconic look and brand that you have as well, but also just going for the pure creative idea aspect of it. Like, I mean, do you incorporate like humor or anything into it? Any kind of story?
Yeah, for sure. In my editing style, that's
And what are the other ideas that you want to experiment with that you feel like you can't?
So I'm really into calisthenics. I do all body weight workouts. So I put a little bit of that in my last video. What I eat in a day videos people have been asking for, because I'm into health like that. So yeah, man.
Yeah. So to me, when people go, wait a minute, Sean, you always talk about niche down. Why does Troy get to? I go, well, because the common denominator is you. I mean, because you're the niche. I mean, that's sort of like, if people are interested in you, and there's got to be self-awareness for a lot of us to think we can always try that, but sometimes that can fall apart. I think on the other hand, if you have self-awareness of the personality, of the vibe, and if people are interested and if it's working, then you got to ride that. Listen to your community, listen to the comments. Don't just listen to the comments, listen to the data. Like the likes and dislikes, you don't want to take them personally. They're not an attack on you. They're not an attack. They're feedback on the topic. Even a dislike, we're like, someone should be able to say, like, I dislike this. I subscribed for something else. Just listen to the analytics, listen to the feedback, experiment with videos. And what I could see is I like to think organization wise, I could see you having, did you name your podcast or your talk, your interview show?
Dreadlock Talk.
Yeah, Dreadlock Talk. I could see that becoming, you know what I mean? Like it could be about like just interesting people. Like you eventually could have like really famous people, whatever, just because like big names they could talk about. And it might not, maybe it's always someone with dreadlocks, right? That's on there.
Yeah.
I could see
or someone that had them. Yeah.
You got the dreads. Like Dreadlock Talk is you. And so I could just see like Dreadlock Talk is because like your vibe, your energy, your ethos about life. Joe Rogan has all kinds of different people. Joe, the UFC fighter, the, you get it, like is the comedian is the kind of common factor, interesting conversations with all kinds of different people. I think when you think about what videos you should make, a huge way to answer this question, I want our whole community to hear this, is you just need to really understand who you're talking to. Like, to the degree that you understand what's weird is if someone has a YouTube channel that is directed for my personality type, they would realize that if they had Gary Vaynerchuk on the show, I would click on it. They would realize that if they made a video that was like 5 business lessons we can learn from the Wu-Tang Clan, I would click on it. And they would learn that if it was like 5 biohacks, like 5 quick workouts and 5 supplements that'll give you twice the energy, I would click on that. And if an influencer realized they were attracting entrepreneurial, biohacking obsessed millennials who, like Macklemore says, Wu-Tang raised you, and I grew up in skateboarding and snowboard culture, then they would just, you kind of know who you're talking to. So in that regards, it might seem like there's no cohesion and common theme amongst the niche, but there actually is, because the niche is who you're talking to. It's a particular type of person. So can you experiment with the fitness? You can do whatever you want. It's your channel. You've done a ton of stuff related to locks, and you could double down on that, but you also could just experiment with what are the conversations. Maybe it's not just conversations about locks, but it's interesting conversations with characters in your bigger community, whether they have locks or they ever did or not, because Dreadlock Talk is about the topics that matter to people who think like you do, or people who are exploring or want to iron out ideas and have conversations in your space. When you know who you're talking to on YouTube, the creator who understands the viewer best wins.
Are you ready to start or grow your YouTube channel? Do you feel stuck and need help connecting the dots? Join this free web class where you'll learn the step-by-step playbook for YouTube success. We've helped thousands of purpose-driven entrepreneurs just like you grow their influence with video. Register today for this exclusive training at thinkmasterclass.com.